What's up? Welcome to Backlog Beatdown, a video game podcast where you can join us as we play through our video game backlogs. I'm your host, Alex, joined by my co-host, Jonik.
Hi.
And this week we're playing the Resident Evil 4 Remake. Survival is just the beginning. 6 years have passed since the biological disaster in Raccoon City. Leon S. Kennedy, one of the survivors, tracks down the president's kidnapped daughter to a secluded European village, where there is something terribly wrong with the locals. This is our first recording of 2026. We're back officially.
Yay. Woo.
Podcast not dead, made it past the first 6 months. We started in like mid-year.
Look, not dead again. Can confirm.
Revived
We're still
twice.
going. Yeah, revived twice. We'll keep reviving this poor podcast.
One day it'll be at least a little consistent.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we're shooting for that. We'll see.
Today might be the day.
Hopefully. Today might be the day. Yeah. Why limit ourselves? It will be consistent now.
The optimism insane at the beginning of the year. This is the equivalent of like
Really?
I'm going to go to the gym every day.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to the gym. I got my membership. 2 weeks later, suspiciously, not going anymore.
Suspiciously holding a bag of Doritos that's empty.
Yeah. A going to the gym shaped hole. Very suspicious. No. But yeah, our first recording of 2026. Which will also be the first episode of 2026. So that's fun. And our second RE game, Resident Evil game so far. Very exciting.
And it's your second finished Resident Evil game ever.
Yeah, second finished. Technically third played, but I don't know if constantly getting through the first hour of RE7 is really enough to consider. So we'll just say my second played and finished RE game in my path, my journey in becoming a true Resident Evil fan.
Yeah,
So
as
I'm
I
locked in
drag
now.
you kicking and screaming into every Resident Evil entry.
Yeah, that RE7 is going to be a time, I'm sure.
It's going to be great.
I'll get past the first 2 hours, I promise.
Well, you have to finish the game.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We're going to have you play all of them. Then you're going to go back to RE2 and actually beat the game on standard.
Yeah. No, we'll do that. So RE4.
Okay, wow. The avoidance is insane. You can't keep getting away from
it'll
this
happen.
action.
We'll do it. I
I believe you less and less every time you're like, I'll do it. It'll happen. But we're getting off track so dramatically.
We are already.
How is RE2 how is RE4 for you compared to RE2? How has that been?
So much better. Right off the bat. I still some of the same, because last time when we talked about RE2, I talked about the growing pains I had with that game. Getting used to it. A little bit of the same with RE4, but overall, I already know what to expect now. I played RE2. I'm basically a veteran at this point. And I was immediately much more quickly on board for RE4 and what was happening. I was having fun from the get-go.
Is that like mainly because you've played an RE game before? Is that because it's less survival horror this time around?
A bit of it might be the less survival horror. Because it's definitely more action focused. And we'll talk about that more, I imagine. But I'll say it's a mix of a little less survival horror, leaning more into the action. And also, after playing both games, I just prefer RE4. I like how it plays. And maybe that's still just ultimately because of the types of genre they both play up to more. But I don't know. It was just more fun.
I do think, like, if you polled Resident Evil fans, I think
Mhm.
4 is one of like the most liked games in the series. I
Now,
don't
I
know if
wouldn't-
that like extends to 4 remake. I think that'd be interesting to know, but
Ooh,
4
yeah.
original is definitely one of the fan favorites.
I do wonder actually, because I know Resident Evil 4 reviews on Steam are, well, I mean, let's be real, both of them, both the remake, they're overwhelmingly positive. It's crazy. Uh, People love the crap out of them. Makes sense. I do too. RE4 a little more than 2, but that's okay. They're both great. Where does RE4 and 2 stand for you? Which one is your favorite? Make a choice now.
A
Definitively.
choice.
Yeah.
I don't
Which one sucks more?
of
Uh,
like the Resident Evil games that I've played.
uh,
1 remake, like the one you can buy on all current platforms.
mm,
2 remake and 4 remake are like probably my favorites. I think it's very much like some of my other favorite games that are like part of a series. It's like ask me one day and my answer might be different than it was like a week ago.
yeah,
But they're all in like rotation of like my 3 favorite.
just so good. And
They're all so
you know,
different from each other
yeah.
that I don't view them
Why?
like directly as like competition for the same spot.
Yeah.
But it's
Why
not as bad as
even compare them like that when they're all equally great in their own ways?
like Dragon Age. I'd write like a paragraph where I'm like, this is why this one's really good in this one category, and this one is really bad in all of these other categories. But it's really good at this one, so that's why it's number 2.
Mm.
I think it's tough to
But
pick.
Resident Evil just keeps just putting out bangers. They can't stop. Won't stop.
I think
I
there are
hope.
very few like truly bad mainline Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
Arguably, for me at least, there's only one that's like really like we won't be playing that one. It's not
We're not
happening.
touching it. Never will.
I like it could happen. I won't be happy about it. We have a friend who's like, you could play it with me, and I'm like, I could never play this game again.
I could choose to be happy.
Yeah, I'd be a happier person if I'd never played it again.
Yeah, but what's the fun in that? Gotta suffer.
Do I? I don't think that's like a requirement at all.
I don't know. I mean, it's Resident Evil. I feel like suffering's half the game.
Some would say I did my like required suffering, given the fact I'm like trying to get all the achievements.
That's crazy.
At least a chunk of the mainline ones.
The base game wasn't hard enough. I need to crank it up to the max. No, I can't wait for Requiem to drop. And they're just like, I just can't wait for the craziest achievements possible.
If I look at the achievement list and Invisible Enemies is on that list, I'm not doing it.
Number 1.
I'm not doing it. It's not happening.
Like, beat the game on hardest difficulty, get S plus with invisible enemies.
Nope.
Pistol only. They just stack them all on. Like, all right, guys, this is the definitive Resident Evil game, and we're making all the achievements 10 times harder. RE4, not hard enough. RE2, yawn. We brought our A game.
Like, also, you have to be blindfolded. We'll have somebody waiting.
Yeah. We'll send a Capcom representative.
We'll send like one of those world record people to like sit next to you.
You have to record it. No, but yeah, little bit of a drift, but let's return back to RE4. Let's, I guess, just jump into overall thoughts on RE4, because I liked it. I had fun with it. Obviously, I threatened you with trying to rank all of them together.
I did. I'm not doing that today.
Yeah. Special episode.
I like this one a lot. I think it is a significant improvement over the original in almost every way.
Mm-hmm.
I do really like this game, and I do like the direction they took the remake, especially in like in regards to like the changes they made to the story and kind of how they've made it more serious than the original was. Probably for the best, especially since they're. I think the ties that they're making between 2 and 4 are a little bit stronger here, especially with like the intro cinematic where they're like, Leon went through hell and Ari too.
Yeah.
And he went through this insane training after that incident, and now he's here working like kind of as a special agent for the president.
Yeah, actually making that tie between why did random cadet rookie end up searching for the president's daughter in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I do appreciate doom and gloom Leon. He's a vibe.
I mean, he's not all doom and gloom. He's still making the
That's
jokes.
true.
He has to
Still
do
got
the
the
iconic
quips.
"Where's everybody going?" bingo line. You can't not like make an RE4 in any capacity without having.
Got the quips.
Yeah, they have to be there. I think it's like mandated by the government or something. The gaming government was like, you can't. It's not allowed.
Oh, for sure.
We will jail you, Capcom.
Yeah.
And you'll never
We
make
will
another game
jail-
again.
No, they do a pretty good job balancing that, I think, with keeping the darker tone and I feel of the story at times with the more you know the gosh, wow, stammering you know, with keeping Leon's quips, you know, they're still coming out. He's still got that lightheartedness. You know, we still have some characters. We got witty banter being exchanged, heartfelt moments. Got everything.
They've reined him in a little bit.
Yeah.
He's no longer just everybody who's around him is subject to a quip. There's no longer the case here.
Doesn't immediately drop one at every opportunity.
They've done some, I think, really cool things. They've given, I think the knife he starts with at the beginning of the game is, in fact, the knife that Marvin gave him into.
Yeah, it's the same knife.
Like, I think things like that
just
are
a
really
nice
cool
touch.
in, like, grounding Leon.
Yeah, and like kind of building up on his character.
He's ready to quip at any moment. He's a little bit more...
Yeah.
Of like a character with thoughts and emotions that aren't just, are you ready for my next stand-up bit?
Are you ready for my next stand-up bit? And now here's a backflip. I would believe that this Leon does a legitimate backflip and that it isn't ridiculous of him to do so.
We've evolved as a character now.
Yeah. In world, perfectly reasonable.
No, they've made a lot of improvements. I think Ashley is way better as a character now than she was in the first, or I guess in the original.
Yeah, I really
RE4.
liked her bits because originally she just didn't have much, right?
I will say in this game she feels more invested and becoming like also invested in the fact that Leon is a person risking his life to get her out of here and kind of doing actions that help Leon, right? Where she's like, there's the section where you're like going to find, I want to say it's the lion head, and then she's above and she's like throwing down the lanterns to help you out.
Yeah, when you're fighting the armor.
Yeah, and then her section's kind of been redone. The context for her section's been redone. Because now it's Leon's trapped in the cage, and she has to go and find a way to get to him and let him out. When before it was like, they're kind of separated, but she needs to get to him just so we can go back to playing as Leon.
Yeah. And he can
she
keep
can go
doing
back to
his
kind of just being there.
Rescue. Mm-hmm. That's nice.
So she's a way better character in this than she was before.
Now, actually, did they have some of the same, like outside of her more investment, what about some of the like story moments? Like later on in the bunker, the island, did they still have their what the the bed scene where she's passed out and he just sits there waiting for her to wake up?
No, I don't. There's a
Like,
lot
was
of
that
moments
stuff in
like
the
that that have been
original?
added, right? Like there's the
Okay,
one
that's
where she
nice.
stabs him and
Oh, that's
she's like
new.
freaking out and she's like, I that's not in the original, right?
Yeah,
That's been added in as like a she's now scared of the fact that she's gonna like really harm Leon due to the
yeah,
Plagas virus in her.
that's nice.
So they've added a
That's a
lot of
good
stuff like
touch.
that that wasn't in the original.
Good. We're getting real improvements, thank God, because I don't want to imagine that stuff not being there.
No, I think across the
Be
board,
weird.
except for maybe Ada, there's like big improvements. Well, I won't say. I'd say even for Ada, because I feel like her storyline's been cleared up versus how it
Yeah.
was in the original. I'd say across the board,
Okay.
everybody's a better written character,
Nice.
either in
This
terms of
makes
like
sense.
how their story plays out or their motivations
Mm-hmm.
or just giving them more time. Like I think Luis has more time.
Oh,
Like I think even in the I think he dies sooner
that's
in the
wild.
original than he does in this one because by the time Leon and Krauser
Uh,
have their knife fight,
yeah.
I think Luis has been dead for a while.
What?
Because Ada's the one who breaks up that knife fight in the original.
Oh,
Because her and
interesting.
Krauser and Wesker are working together for reasons that I'm really not clear on.
Right.
I don't understand. At no point does anybody trust each other, and I think at some point somebody asks like, "Why did you invite them if they're they're going to cause problems? What are we doing?" Like that
Oh,
whole them being broken up into Ada and Wesker are working together, and Krauser's doing his own thing. I think is immensely better in every way.
yeah.
It did not make sense to me why they were working together.
Yeah, that would be nonsensical, to put it mildly. Because it definitely makes more sense. Because I can believe that Krauser shows up here and is doing what he's doing, and is kind of believing in the at least the strength and power he can get from Sadler's little mission or whatever. I don't know. He doesn't care for the rest of it. He's just there to get strong or something. I don't know. Bro's a little loopy, just a little bit.
He's like the only thing that matters in the world is power, and like there are other ways
Well,
than whatever this is. But
there
go off,
are in
I
fact other
guess.
ways.
It makes sense in like the ridiculous Resident Evil makes sense, but like in reality, you're like you could do anything.
Yeah, you can. Man, bro, just do the typical like taking control of nukes, please. No.
Like this is not the premier. I have
No.
power. Like Leon
I'm gonna
beat
make
you, and he
everyone
like
put up a
doesn't
hive
have
mind.
anything. Like what were you
He
gonna
doesn't
do?
have anything. Loser. And Leon's just built like that.
I guess so. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
If you can do a backflip, you can probably beat Krauser. Even
Yeah,
with
if
all
you
his
can you
new
do a backflip, you can be yeah. No, that's the standard measure.
like that's the hero meter. Can you do backflip? Ooh, if you
Yeah.
can. You've fallen down a couple levels. You're not
No, because
you
like
can't
yeah,
put
in
you
the
up
RE
there.
universe, it's basically canon. Don't look this up. That most people can't do a backflip, right? It takes Leon, the special agent, to be able to do a backflip, right?
I
It's a
mean,
specialized maneuver for getting out of dangerous situations.
other
Not
than
anybody
Ada,
can do a backflip.
I can't
Yeah.
name any characters who do backflips.
No. Yeah.
Chris can punch boulders to pebbles casually.
Weak shit.
Really, truly a loser, Chris.
Yeah, really a loser. That punch would do nothing to Leon.
Where's our Leon versus Chris game? That's what we need. Who?
Yeah, we need that.
That's the Capcom versus, but it's just Resident Evil fighting game.
It's the
I'd
two
buy
blonde
it, which is
guys.
the worst part. I would buy it probably day one.
Yeah. Oh my god, my nightmare. Resident Evil fighting game, but it's just two characters.
Can Rebecca beat Chris in a fight? Probably not, but I will. I would try. I
Okay,
would try
there you
very
go.
hard.
Your best effort.
and then get punched into oblivion.
I just forgot. Oh, that's what I was going to bring up. The one of the nice things I liked about the RE4 remake compared to RE2 with the story is, for me, there was actually like the presence of full on antagonists, I'll say. Not that there weren't in RE2, but they feel more circumstantial rather than direct. Because like you have what's it? Is it Mr. X or Nemesis? I forget.
It's Mr. X.
Mr. X. Because you have Mr. X, and there's kind of sort of Annette, but I feel like she dips her toes very lightly. And it's more just because she's trying to do her own stuff while also protecting Umbrella. I don't know. Anyways, like there's those two. Is there anyone else?
R2 is like Umbrella as like
yeah,
overreaching like
for
antagonist,
sure.
and then here all their little main players, just like Mr. X, and
yeah, and like they definitely exist,
scientists.
But you're not like discussing Mr. X's philosophy on the world.
Yeah,
whereas
the closest
you
you'll
definitely
get is like
get to do that.
talking about William and Annette Birkin and why why their child is here.
Yeah, why their child is here. Why did they leave her with the freak police commissioner? And also, why is she leaving her child in the dump? That's crazy. Don't leave her in the sewer system.
She doesn't have time to deal with
I don't have
Sherry.
Time. Yeah. Honestly.
And her possible death. She's busy.
Yeah. Honestly. Sherry should know how selfish she is, expecting attention and love from her mother. Unbelievable. Grow up.
Like 5 or something.
Yeah.
Get over it, child.
No, but there's definitely, and there's just so many more characters. I'll say characters that stand out more, because like Annette, okay, cool. Birkin, sure, yeah, neat. But like, you know, we only get like one cutscene with him actually being like a person before he goes monster. Whereas you've got Ada. Well, Ada's in the first game. Sorry, RE2 remake. But like you have Ada in this. You've got Ashley. You've got Louise, Sadler, weird little Spanish man, freak. Who's the? Oh, I forget his name. Spider freak, tall guy
Salazar?
with the brim hat. Salazar. No, the other guy in the burning barn boss fight. That guy.
Oh, Mendez.
Yeah, Mendez. Another one. Another tall guy who's very scary and hits hard, but has an even crazier boss fight than Mr. X. I'm going to hit you with a rocket launcher.
Like, you didn't have to experience that on the hardest difficulty. We'll just kill you in one hit.
Because you can. That's nightmare. I mean, hey, I guess so. It's like, my knuckle brushed you? Yeah. You're dead,
just
kiddo.
this one move where he's like, what if I just murdered you and I called it a day? And you're like, what if you didn't? What if you were kind and didn't do that to
Man. Waiting for the added achievement where they're like, yeah, Mr. X can just say, die, and you do. Good luck.
I won't be doing that achievement, actually.
0.001% of players. No, but yeah, I do appreciate the more direct engagement with the antagonists of this game, because they're all, you know, fun characters. Obviously, Salazar is one of the few that stands out the most. He's got big personality. And Sadler's interesting. I'm gonna be honest. So far late in the game, when I started interacting with him,
Sure.
it's interesting. It's fun. It's the whole little I want to spread the gift, yada yada. Okay, freak. God, I need to. It's ingrained in my vocabulary. Um,
I do like how they've added more scenes of him like actively controlling people
yeah,
with
that's
the virus.
oof, it's spooky. He's got a little bit of control. It makes the hive mind all that more real and serious. No, because yeah, no, but like, oh, I lost my thought. Oh well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, Sadler, yawn, fun, but like
Wow.
I nuked his ass with a rocket launcher, so who cares? Weak. Can't do a backflip, probably.
He definitely can't in his like final form where he's just like a mass.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I do think there are more interesting boss fights in this one than in two. Because
Oh, for
like
sure.
on Leon's route, like half of your boss fights are just different variations of Bergen, of William Birkin.
It literally, yeah, it's you're stuck in a small room. Well, that's not true. The second fight, ugh, hate
Because
that.
it's running around when he's like lopsided, where he's the giant arm.
Yeah,
It's the crate that you have to swing,
they're great.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's him in the lab throwing things at you.
Yeah.
And then I guess the like final one when you do
Oh,
a B
true.
side.
Yeah. No,
But
yeah.
there's
The
definitely
the
more variation here
yeah, I
with
enjoy the
more
variation of
memorable
boss
characters.
fights. Yeah, it's all there's so much more. I mean, yeah, it's a bigger game by far because what a run in RE2 for my slow pace was like 9 hours. I don't know. It was long. It was like 7 to 9 hours or more. I don't know. But like this game is like what, 20? I think it took me to beat. I don't know if I have a more specific time at the end of my run.
I don't know. I know I'm 70 hours into getting all the achievements and I'm still not done yet. And I'd definitely already done it for RE2 by then.
Oh,
At least
okay. I
20
was at
hours ago.
14. Hmm. Oh, I'm at 20 because of the DLC. Okay. So like 13, 14 for main game. I, man, it's so funny now that I think about it because they keep managing to find a way to have some kind of weird thing that fucks people up and changes them in some way, right? You have G virus, Us Plug Us. I know RE7, you have the mold or whatever it is. I forget what it is. I haven't finished the game, so I don't know.
There is a different one in 5. And I think a new one in 6.
Yo.
But
I mean, how
4
are
and
the
5 are
residents
pretty.
supposed to be evil?
There are more evil residents to be had.
No.
Each
Oh
more
boy.
evil than the last.
I guess looking at it, we did kind of already talk about Ashley's section, but I guess to delve more into the genre of the game a little bit, even though RE4 is definitely much more action horror, it's so much more an action game, and it's very fun for it. But I do appreciate there are still plenty of moments of horror, especially even uh, changing it up because obviously they still have part of this section, but I imagine it's changed quite a bit what you're actually doing with Ashley because obviously you've already mentioned it's just sort of running back to find Leon, whereas you actually have a goal to like find something. and unlock free Leon in this game. But Ashley's, I didn't realize because I was looking back at this. It was only like 20 minutes of playing Ashley. But holy crap. I was locked in. It felt so much longer. I was spooked.
Yeah, it's not a very long section, but it is like one of the few sections where you're like, oh, right, horror game with scary things in it.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Like
Wait, this situation is actually terrifying to be in.
No, it's like that, and then they stressed me out a little bit in the original, but the progenitors in this one really are not fun
The
to deal with.
progenitor section is a nightmare.
Like, I was a little worried when I got to the island. I was like, well, it's gonna be coming up soon. And
Yeah.
then the first time one like goes down and then like gets back up or like slithers on the floor,
Yeah.
I was not ready. I was already stressed at like the basic one. And then they're like sending their long spike arms to grab me from
It's
so far away.
It's
that
unbelievable.
Or they'll just leap at you from the ground.
It's so they're freaky. They're freaky.
I hate them. They're
There's
like
a lot of
4 enemies we've faced between 2 and 4. They are my number one. Like, I never again want to see them in anything.
oh, for sure. You know, I can say that. As annoying as the bugs are for me, they don't make it to the top of my what I'm getting rid of list. I can deal with them well enough with the bolt thrower.
I just renders.
Anyways.
I think part of it's just that it takes a decent amount through like their section before you can actually fight them.
The progenitor, yeah, because you can't even do anything until you get the scope.
And at that point, you're almost done. With them.
Yeah, you're already like on the other side, and it's like, well,
You run into
Thank
them
you.
one more time when which is like kind of messed up when they're in the body bags.
that is what about? Wasn't there the other section where you have to do like the gate puzzle and bridge puzzle with Ashley, and you're like separated
where
from her?
I accidentally
Like one of there's a progenitor
headshot
that
her.
jumps you.
Yeah,
Oh, awful.
because she's like
yeah,
holding
you're
the
getting
gate.
jumped by a progenitor as Ashley's getting rushed. Active nightmare.
That guy grabs her, and I was like, Ashley's like kind of tall. How much
Yeah.
shorter is she than like the average like grunt running around? I was like, I'm sure maybe a head shorter. I lined it up.
Yeah.
I was like, I could take the shot.
Alas.
A mission ended. Game over.
No.
Restart. I definitely like Call of Duty montage collided them and was like, oops.
Heck yeah.
I
Put
would
in
not.
the comp.
I would not be calling the president with good news. Like,
Mr. President.
funny story.
Yeah. I could do a backflip.
Have you ever heard of a game called
Does that
Call
make
of
it
Duty?
Yeah. Yo, oh,
Have you
Mr.
ever seen
President.
those montage clips? I have such a funny one for you.
It was for a good cause.
I had good intentions, but you know,
My channel's gonna pop off.
pursuing a new career. I have big plans. Now that FaZe Clan's defunct, I'm branching out, doing my own thing.
Look, Leon would go crazy in a COD lobby. He'd just be throwing out the bangers while casually dropping people. Insane.
Leon's COD lobby clips would just be him on voice chat, casually hitting like all the kill streaks while just quipping nonstop.
It would be truly incredible.
The sad part is I would watch that video. It would show up in my feed, and I would watch it.
Be a great video. How did you feel about the combat of RE4 compared to RE2? Or just in general? You don't have to compare.
I'll compare it to the original,
Oh, let's do that.
where it's like
Yeah.
night and day, because the original
Is it?
still has tank controls.
Oh God. Yeah, it would be
So
night and day.
this is a pretty big upgrade. Especially there's like you can see clips sometimes of people playing the original RE4, and like the enemies
Mm-hmm.
will run up to Leon and they'll stop for a second, so like the player can like get into position to actually fight them. Not the case here. That is gone.
No, no, they don't. You will get murdered.
No, it's fun. They've added a lot of cool things to the gameplay. They've made a lot of changes that I think are so much better. Ashley no longer has a health bar, where she, in the original, she had her own health bar, and you had to like balance what health items you would give to her and which ones you'd give to Leon. So like you'd get a yellow herb, which increases like your total health. And you'd be like, do I
Oof.
give it to Ashley? Do I save it for Leon?
Yeah.
I think eventually you have enough to max them both out, but like especially early on, you're like, I don't really know what I want to do here. I think instead of that, they've given her like she gets uh knocked down, and you can run and pick her up,
Yeah.
which is nice. And they've added new weapons,
I,
so we can have this argument now about the
yeah.
actively
Sorry.
bad bolt thrower.
I'm gonna tangent real quick
Oh
because
no,
every time I see the old model for Ashley, it's it's wild. I'm never expecting it.
it's
Sorry, I'm
crazy
just
how she
watching
doesn't look
old
like she's in
footage.
college.
No, it's
Like truly, when
insane.
I played it, the idea for being in college did not cross my mind.
No.
It is insane. I like that they kept the models and they put them in the merchant's shooting range mini game. And you get them as little trinkets to put on your case.
Oh yeah, the trinkets.
I
That's a
do
fun
like that
little
they've
nod.
kept that and that they've improved the shooting range. God, it is so much more dynamic now in terms of like all the different weapons you can use and how the mini games like work, like how many enemies you get to shoot and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
It is now something I would do for like fun instead of being like that was fine and then
yeah.
never going back to it again.
There's actually some good shooting to be had. No, yeah, that shooting gallery was interesting. Took me a while to get there because somehow I just passed over it, and then you're like, "Yeah, it's a shooting range," and I was like, "Huh? Where?"
Oh what?
Yeah, and then I still avoided doing it for a bit, which I regretted a lot because those trinkets are very nice to have. Ugh,
There are some that are like genuinely really good. Like the
yeah,
I think I had one that like it was one less gunpowder per crafting thing I did.
yeah, that's so nice, especially if you get it early on.
You know, like over the long run, that's a lifesaver.
For real.
Those
Oh
like
man,
upgrade or repairs to the knife cost less. There's a lot of really good ones.
man, yeah, I'm watching some of this old RE4 combat. Kind of crazy. I mean, this guy just keeps kneecapping everyone, and I mean everyone. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, even in this one, that's like the fastest way to like get by an enemy and not have them grab you is to shoot them in like the knees.
Yeah, stumble them. No, but I did really enjoy. Well, I was about to say all the weapons, but again, I didn't touch the SMG once more.
I
I
feel
don't
like the
know.
SMGs, like when you're like getting all the achievements and everything, when you get the is it the cattiers that give you unlimited ammo, I think that's when they're like really gonna be truly good.
Oh
But
yeah, I could easily imagine that.
they have like the base SMG that you get really early on, and then they have the LE5, which you get later when you're going through the regenerators.
Oh yeah,
That I used more, but I still didn't use a lot. The weapon I did use was like the was it CQBR or something? CBR?
is that the?
I'm acting like I don't have notes I could be looking at. CQBR assault rifle.
Oh, the assault rifle from the library,
Yeah, that
right?
you like when you go
Yeah, I
back through
used this for a
the
little bit.
section you do as Ashley with Leon, you can grab. That one's interesting. I was using it as like a replacement for the sniper rifle for a while. Because if you
Yeah.
just tap it, it essentially works the same.
Hmm.
But you can't, when you're fighting the regenerators, it doesn't have the same like pierce through. So you can't hit, like if the parasites are like overlapping, you can't get them both with that assault rifle. You only get one. So
Oh,
essentially, when I got there, I was like, this isn't really working for me.
yeah. I guess this is probably another gun, the assault rifle that with the cat ears. Woo,
Oh
go
yeah,
crazy.
I'll probably
But
do another run through when I unlock those,
hmm,
and just for fun, just to see. I'll probably do New Game Plus, just to see what happens. That'll be a fun time.
yeah.
But yeah, they've made a couple other changes. They got rid of the incendiary grenade and replaced it with the heavy grenade, which I think is fine.
Hmm.
Though I didn't use the heavy grenade a lot. I probably used the incendiary grenade more in the original than I used the heavy
Oh,
grenade in this one.
interesting.
The only time it's like truly useful, you can use it to skip like a chunk of the section where Ashley's controlling the wrecking ball because you like
Oh,
throw two or three of the heavy grenades at the wall and then she like breaks it on one swing.
oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's really
Oh,
cool.
I need to know all these tips and tricks when I do my new game. Hold on, I'm writing
Writing
this
down
down.
notes.
Hold on.
So that's a fun one. The
That's not how I spell that.
bolt thrower, which I think is largely useless to me, does have the thing where when you're fighting the sisters, I think there's like a light or a lamp or something you can throw like the mines onto, and when they spawn in, they'll
Yeah,
just die. But I don't know if that's on all difficulties.
beats me. It's cool though.
Dude, I saw a clip.
Sick
There's
that you can do that.
somebody on New Game Plus. You can take like the I don't know if it's the base sniper or what, but you can take one
Hmm.
of the snipers and you can shoot the bell from the bell tower. You can line it up perfectly to shoot it. And that like village encounter where you're running around trying not to die to the villagers and the chainsaw guy just ends.
What
It's crazy.
is
But you
it?
can only do it on New Game Plus because you don't have the sniper yet.
Interesting. And
But I saw the
I'm assuming
clip.
that's once the encounter starts.
Yeah, as soon as you can get up to that spot,
Yo.
which is I think just
Okay,
right at the
see,
beginning, you can beeline it.
that's cool. Because I don't know if there's a lot like that in RE2 at all. I
I don't
assume there
think so.
is some stuff, but man, just in the few things we've talked about, like there's so many little, like heavy grenades on the wall. Oh, by the way, you can shoot the bell. It's crazy.
I definitely got
That's just cool.
more clips like hitting my algorithm when I started playing RE4 for like random tips and tricks than I got for 2. I will say that. I
Huh.
don't know if the algorithm picked up on the fact that I was suffering getting all the achievements, but it definitely knew.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is great. I can't use this on professional S plus, but thank you. I in fact will not have the sniper rifle to do this. And then the knife is like an actual weapon now, really, is what they've made it.
Compared to the original
Originals like
or
use the
RE2.
knife to open boxes.
Nah.
That's kind of it. You can use it a little bit. It's not nearly as useful as it is here. You're not parrying things in the original, and
Parrying
you're
is so
not
nice.
you're not stealth killing people. Like that's not a thing.
Oh, wow.
You're
I
not gonna
imagine there's
stealth
still the
suplex a guy.
stun killing them. I imagine that was the biggest use for the knife.
I really only remember using the knife to open boxes. I'm not gonna lie.
Fair. No, yeah, the knife gets, you get a lot of utility out of the knife. That was the first thing I upgraded because unlike RE2, where the guns are just the guns, you've got the whole uh da, 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 da. Why am I shopkeeper? Is that his name?
Oh, the
Yeah.
merchant.
The merchant, thank you. Yeah, you got a whole different gun upgrades for every gun. I think it's generally just like damage, mag size, and
Reload
uh,
speed.
yeah, reload speed. Though
And then
for
there's like
it changes for some stuff.
the final upgrades usually like the big thing where it's like some of them are like unlimited ammo
Hmm.
or like double damage or like some of them are weird. And
Yeah, some
I
of
don't
them
really
are
know if I
off.
need that.
Not for real. But upgrading the knife first, I maxed that out pretty quickly, especially the durability, because it's too useful not to.
The second
And
you
you're spending
parry like a
so much money
chainsaw with the
repairing.
knife, it's
Oh
so
hell
good.
yeah.
Life
It's
has changed the second you parry a chainsaw. You're like, oh,
like, oh shit, I have a chance now. It's not just like blindly running around hoping I don't get hit.
or like mid encounter parrying like the random thing they throw you. It's like a hatchet out of the
Oh yeah.
air. You're like back to shooting these guys. You're like,
You're
oh,
like,
I'm a
hell yeah, I'm
professional. Look at
Leon
that.
Kennedy, special agent.
I'm a pro. You don't know who you're messing with here.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna whip out my shotgun and absolutely blow you away. Which shotgun still one of the best guns.
I think that's just like
Consistently heavyweight.
in most video games, the shotgun
Yeah,
is like it's got to be one of the best because if it's not, it sucks.
truly. It's just so good. I love it so much. Yeah. Other
I
than that, I
will.
was really using the I've already forgotten the name of the pistol. We literally talked about this. I'm going to remember. I promise. I won't. Never mind. I give up. Continue.
We'll look up the Resident Evil 4 pistols just for
Oh,
you.
Punisher. It's called the Punisher.
Is that the one with was it penetration or whatever?
Yeah, penetration, which I'm not sure actually did anything. Because I don't know if penetration is just purely like, yeah, it'll go through their head and hit the other person, or if it's like, yeah, you're doing extra damage to Las Plagas in their head. Because I don't know. I mean, it was still a solid gun either way. I had a good time with it,
I
but
kind
maybe
of
I would have been better off.
assumed um it was like when you get to the shield guys, it's better, but I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
if
yeah,
that's true.
maybe. I don't know if I ever bothered using the pistol to get through the shield. Because, like, honestly, what I would do with them is I'd either throw a grenade, especially if there's more than one, or like I just wait for them to try and attack me and I just bop them. Because you've got that split second of time where they drop the shield, and it's easy enough to just like whip out a shotgun and blast their ass.
I think I developed the like siege panic where you're like I have to shoot their feet. So I went to go shoot their toes every
Oh,
time.
yeah.
But I think I used the blacktail. I think from the second I got it to the end. I wanted to use the red 9 because I really like the red 9 in the original, but it's really strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the like least easy to use.
Yeah. No, I definitely should try some runs just running through the pistols. That'd probably be interesting because there's so many different ones just for like, and eventually I could, I don't know, because like there's also the blacktail that I didn't bother with. I'm sure it looks like
I
it's a
love the
good gun.
blacktail. I think it's the second strongest for damage. I could be wrong, but I think it is.
It looks like it is behind the red 9.
And I think it's one of the most compact. I think it takes up
Ooh, I like the sound of
doesn't take up
that.
a lot of space because the red 9's huge.
Yeah, it's a massive thing.
Yeah, it takes up a 2x2 spot, just a little square.
Yeah, but I imagine, I'm thinking about it, like later on, you get a lot of like people with a little extra armor and stuff. Having that, being able to pen. Yeah, I guess I didn't even think about that. I should have been using it on the shield guys more. Dang. I could have had an easier time. I'm a fool.
You gotta play it again now. It's that's tough.
Yeah.
Another
Oh
run through.
no. I can't. There's too much. I don't have
A
this
quick,
fight.
like, what is the achievement? Like under 6 hours or whatever? Easy. A weekend.
It's easy. I, ah. Look, I think I was if I can do it where well, I don't remember. Can you do an is S plus like under a certain time or a certain number of saves, or do I have to do both? Because if it could
S
be
plus
one
is
or the
both.
other, Scheisse. Okay. Well,
You
I
can
don't know
get
if I need an
S
S
without
plus,
that. Unless you're going
but
for all achievements, you really don't. I don't think.
yeah, because I'd be content with just saving a bunch and just trying to, speed run, maximize as much as possible. Like I could get behind that. I'd live, not the end of the world.
Yeah, no, if your goal is just like test out different guns and have a good time, you don't need to do S plus unless you're like, I really want. Usually, like S and S plus are like, I want this unlock, right? Whether it's like the
Right.
I forget the name of this gun every time. The like Tommy gun. I
The
forget it.
Chicago.
Yeah, the Chicago sweeper. If you want that, if you want the hand can, that's not even true. You can get the hand cannon in mercenaries mode.
Yeah, obviously.
If you want like the cat ears, the Ashley armor where she can't get picked up and like kidnapped
Yo.
again, like stuff like that's like you need a certain ranking, and I don't even know if they're all S. Some of them might be A.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
What would all
It's all
that
a
be
blur.
called? Just like extra collectible stuff? I don't know. I guess I just have to look it up specifically.
It'd be like difficulty unlocks, something like that.
Yeah.
It'll tell you like what the requirements are for each one. I don't know. They're all like fun challenges, right? Like most games I'm not playing on the hardest difficulty. I don't care. But most of the time it's fun. There's a couple times where I'm like this is so annoying. When the game crashed twice, when I was like I'm going to do professional S plus and I can't save until I get at least past chapter 1. So I have to go through the whole stretch without saving. Then I get to the last house, like literally the end. There's one guy. It's the house with Luis tied up, and you have to get through the dude who's like slamming on the like cellar door or whatever. I walk up and I'd open the cabinet because I'm like, I think there's ammo in here. Crash.
Oh yeah. Gosh.
And I was like, that was strange. And I did the same thing again, and it
Hmm.
crashed in the same spot. And I was like, oh, okay.
No.
It really just is this cabinet. And then I took like a
Nightmare.
month off from trying, and I did the same thing again, just head empty. And I had a flashback in real time to my last two attempts, and I was like, oh my god. I did that like 4 times.
I think if of these two games so far, I am probably gonna end up replaying RE4 a couple times. Son of a
Let's go.
oh boy. I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, I just have to cut my time in half on New Game Plus, rushing through, not wasting time
Easy.
with quests necessarily. I could
As long
easily
as
get
you
like the
don't
Chicago
need,
sweeper.
as long as you don't need S plus, you can get S
Yeah,
in
you can
any
get
difficulty.
most stuff. And that can be fun enough, changing it up. And I'll get so good.
It's
You know,
happening in real time.
it is. But
He's
before I
gonna
do
be the
that,
next great speedrunner of Resident Evil. It's happening.
true. The world will know me for my speed running skill.
You'll be in the next Capcom commercial where they put in
It'll
Capcom
be
content
me,
creators.
be me
You're
gaming.
like, oh my god, it's them.
Oh, no one will know my name. I'll be a shadowy figure in the trailer, but they'll know. They'll know.
Like, is that his shadow? Is that his shoe glistening in the dark? It's him. It's Jonick in the background. I
Yo,
just know it.
know it. Who else could it be? Oh, that would be
I
one.
can sense his aura from here. It's him.
I can see the fear in his shaking camera. as he attempts to get a slightly better time. That still won't be good enough, but we'll worry about that after.
I mean, you just need to play it again then. So,
Yeah.
is it really that big of a
Okay.
deal?
Yes.
I mean, it means you get to see your favorite character, Ada, again.
True. Oh, I miss her already.
Go play the
Can you
DLC again.
Yeah, I should. You can unlock something through the DLC, right? You just mentioned it, like something on her mode.
I don't know if you unlock anything specifically from like getting high ranks on her DLC other than like the 3 achievements tied to it. I think all of the like major unlocks are through the base game.
Ah,
Like the
I
only
see.
reason I'm going through there's a couple of reasons I'm doing Professional S Plus, but one of the big ones is so I can use the cattiers on the DLC.
Right. I guess there's like costumes I can unlock.
Some of them are fun. My run now I'm using like the like pinstripe suit one. It's nice.
Yeah. The
I don't know how I'm gonna get all the
mercenaries.
achievements in Resident Evil 7 without seeing all my dumb costumes.
Uh,
Alright, Jonik. I will give you this time to defend the bolt thrower.
look, okay. It's good. I'm not
That's,
saying
that's not even true.
it's not the best weapon. I'm not saying that. But for its purposes of not wasting ammo on my other weapons for fights that I can easily win, that I don't have to worry about. Bolt thrower is just, it's too good to pass up on that. All right, because we know I'm a sad little scared Resident Evil player. Okay. I couldn't even get through RE2 on standard. All right. And I did it this time, and the bolt thrower was instrumental. Now, I will say, later on in the game, I don't think I was really touching it at all, like on the island. I know I still used it a little bit, but I honestly, I don't know how often I was using it at that point. Because at some point, it's just taking up space, and I need that space for other stuff. Oh, no, never mind. Here we are. There I am, bolt thrower in hand. 3 loaded, 5 waiting. Though I can't use it for this boss fight. I forgot about this boss fight. The big boy, when you're like on the castle towers and he's throwing rocks at you.
Oh, like yeah, the giants where you have to
Yeah.
like hide behind the wooden barricades that are definitely not going to stop the rock, but they do stop the rock.
Yeah, they stopped the rock. Super easy.
I just don't. I feel like every weapon I could pick up is better than that one.
Oh, sure. They all definitely have their uses and they'd be more effective. But like, yeah, I'm going to be real. It's like 2 bolts is a kill. And you just pick it back up, reload, kill the next enemy. Whereas, if I'm unlucky, that's like 2 to 3 bullets or more per person.
I
Unless
just
like I manage to like, I kneecap ya, kick ya, find other ways to do damage. It's a good,
I
no,
never
that's
felt like
nice.
I was struggling with ammo enough for that amount to matter.
Well, speak for yourself,
There were very
Mr.
few
Veteran.
moments where I was truly like, "Oh, I'm really tight on ammo right now."
Now,
It
in
was
this game, I
pretty rare.
wasn't struggling for ammo as much. There were some sections, I think particularly earlier on, or maybe like early mid game, where I was just like, I would run out of like shotgun ammo, and I'd have to wait for a moment, a beat, so I can get like the 2 more gunpowder I need, right? And then I'd also just have to remind myself to not use a shotgun on everything, even though it's so good.
This game is far kinder than both the original and 2 because it
Yeah.
is working in the background to guess what it thinks you need and to get it to you. And they've
And
added the crafting
hallelujah.
mechanic. So you can just craft whatever you need when you need it if you have the materials.
Yeah, not being able to craft ammo sounds like a nightmare.
And on top of that, you can buy all of the materials you need to craft from the shop, from the merchant. I think he
For the most
sells
part, yeah. Gunpowder is the
gunpowder for
one does
spindles, spinel,
spinels.
spinels, and he
Spinel. I
sells
don't know.
the large and small gun parts, whatever they're called. The blue one and the 3x1 brown one.
Yeah. What was it? Spinel. Spinel.
I want to
Spinel.
add like a
Yeah.
random D somewhere in that word, and that's not how it's
It
spelled.
does. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be nice if I could just say spindle or something, but Spinel. Yeah, I don't know. Them Europeans or something. Yeah, because you could buy the gunpowder for the spinels, but it doesn't always get restocked as quickly as I'd like, or at some point it just doesn't show back up. I remember because I would be like, man, it'd be great if I could buy another 10. I would use my spinels for it. No gunpowder, which was fine. You find it enough anyways for the most part. Yeah,
I
they
think
are much. Yeah.
I think one of the pre-order bonuses, which I don't have, for the game was you get a case that gives you more gunpowder drops.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That feels at some point you're swimming in all like the parts, but you have no gunpowder.
Yep. Yeah. That's
And you're
exactly
kind of like contemplating getting rid of all of them, but then it like drip feeds you a gunpowder and you're like, but I should keep them. I might need them.
exactly. You never know.
I think by the end of the game my case was like 40%. Just the gun parts.
Guys,
Just hoarding
it's
them
too much.
for the hope that I would get to use it. But yeah, I bought the bolt thrower. I used it like twice, maybe 3 times, and then kind of kept it around out of like maybe I'll find a reason for it eventually, and then gave up and sold it, and never thought about it again.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, it's not like I need to use it all the time. I'm looking at some of my footage. There's times where I'm running around with the Punisher, fully maxed out, 12 bullets, and I've got 40 sitting in the briefcase. Like, I'm not hurting for a moment. And I picked up 3 shotgun shells. Like, I'm doing fine. Bolt thrower isn't necessary. It definitely it's not the most adaptable weapon. It really is. It's niche. You got to know how to use it. And honestly, I mean, the thing that keeps it down, especially in the beginning, isn't even necessarily like it's just 3 bolts or it's accuracy, which is really weird. It's an odd crosshair, and hitting the mark can be a little odd. So it's just odd. It's odd. That's how I can describe it best. But it's the fire, right? Because I eventually had to upgrade that. I think just once was enough for me to be okay with it. But it's like because you gotta okay, I'm reloading my next bolt. I'm pump. It just takes so long. But hey, I don't know. I liked it. I've really never used the mines.
I don't. I can't remember there being a time where I did. I might have messed with them once,
Yeah, I think that's what
maybe.
it was for me because like you just get that you get given them at one point, like 2 or 3 of them, and it's like, yeah, these are the mines. This is how they work. It's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll use them. and then you see like what it takes to craft them, and it's like, oh, I'm never using these again. I've got so much other stuff I need or want.
Yeah, I can't. On my weapon tier list, this imaginary weapon tier list for Resident Evil 4, the bolt thrower is at the bottom without any competition.
And you know what? That's okay. There's a variety of opinions out there.
And only some of them can be correct, and it's mine.
Are allowed to be wrong.
For you.
Well,
I'm glad you're taking being
okay.
wrong with grace.
You beat me to
I
it.
appreciate it.
So, man, yeah, I know I said I was gonna replay RE4, but I might have to re-examine.
Look, I know you have to replay RE2 for at least pride. I don't know. So
pride, yeah. Dang it. Yeah. No, I will at some point.
Right now, our next podcast episode is RE2 again.
No, we did it again. Oops, just RE2.
Oops, only Resident Evil. Oops, all RE 2026 edition. All right, we can talk about your favorite character now.
Ada.
It's
all Ada. No, DLC was fun. It's all Ada. What else is there to say?
All Ada all the time. What else could you need?
All Ada all the time. Ziplining all over the place. Kicking like a badass. It was a fun little side journey. Yeah, you're getting to see what Ada was doing while you were suffering as Leon. You get to see how she ended up and all the cutscenes she did. And her... Well, actually, do you do a pre-Sadler fight with her? I don't actually remember. Because she shows up to fight Sadler for Leon while he runs with Ashley, but I don't actually remember the fight. Oh, never mind, I do.
I don't know what they're called. They're the crab guys. The crab guy that's chasing her around. If they've added, you fight him, don't you?
Oh, you're right. I remember that guy. Right, that's like at the beginning of the DLC, isn't it?
He pops up.
Remember.
Occasionally. You fight him at the beginning. You fight him again near the end of her DLC. I think I might be wrong. I think you fight her like right before, like, oh no, Ada's been captured. I think you fight her right before that. Or you fight the Crab Man right before that. And then you fight him with the dogs? Oof, I don't remember. I think you fight him in the section when you go back to the village. When you're running back through, you fight him again there.
Oh, you do? Yeah, I literally just pulled up that clip. That's funny. Right, because he does all the weird fire hallucination effects, and Ada's having a time with that. Bro's freaky.
I like the fact that they've made her infected, because I don't think she was in the original. I don't think she'd been infected with the virus.
Yeah.
I don't know what this crab guy is about.
No, he's freaky
very
though.
Strange. I don't hate it. It's just I like saw him and was like, this guy?
Like, okay. Ooh, I'm parrying him. He keeps slapping me though. Oh, and Ada's using the OG gun from RE2. Forgot about that.
I like
a little.
In all of her sections, you can like pass by the merchant, and he's like, "I'm setting up for the real protagonist. You can't buy things here. You can't."
You already have a zipline gun. Chill. You're already too cool.
And then they've done a lot of restructuring with her story. They've added more Luis, which I think is good, because I think he needed more time just in general than he had in the original. Like I mentioned earlier, they cleaned up the weird allegiance happening between her, Wesker, and Krauser, which made like no sense. They've cleaned that up. So now it's her and Wesker, kind of her being like, I don't really know if I really trust this guy who's clearly evil, more evil than I'm clearly aware of. Um, especially at the end where she's like, "How many people will be affected?" And he's like, "What does he say? Billions?" She's like,
Yeah.
"Billions?
She's
What
like,
did you just say?"
maybe that's a few too many.
She's like, "That's a few too many on my conscience. Turn the plane around,
Yeah,
or
hold on.
the helicopter. Turn it
The
around."
chopper.
Which is cool because it leads right into RE5. Will that
Whoa.
one get a remake? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I imagine at some point they'll remake. I mean, is 5 story important enough to care about it being canon?
I think 5 is more liked than like 6.
Sure.
I think there's. I don't know if they'd keep the co op. I think it's
Maybe
fun. I
not.
don't know if it's worth the time. Um, it's a fun game. I don't know if you need it. I do think I'm. Maybe because it's more playable to me. Because I have a computer and I can run it. Um,
Uh-huh.
but like Code Veronica, I think I'd prefer over that one. If I had to only pick one, they'll probably do both. Like if asked what the next one I would want would be, I think I'd pick Code Veronica over that one, and then they can just skip 6. I don't really care.
Because I assume RE5 is just dealing with more umbrella bullshit.
5 is like you get to like deal with Wesker again,
Right, okay. Yeah,
which
he showed up.
is like oddly positioned because they haven't done like an RE engine remake to the first Resident Evil. There is a remake and you can buy it on like any platform, but it's not like
Yeah.
the massively upgraded graphics for like the newest console generation. Like it's not like that. It's really good and very playable because it's you. I think you can pick between doing tank controls and non-tank controls, so I think that helps a lot. But it's definitely not like been given the full treatment that
Yeah.
like 2 got. So
Huh.
I don't know if they'd go back and do 1 before they did 5. It would make sense because if you didn't play 1, you'd be like, who is Wesker? I saw him once at the end of 5, and I don't know who this man is or why he's important. So I don't know. It would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Will they? Won't they? We won't know until it's announced, I guess. Or until a press release comes out and they're like, actually, we're never doing that ever. And then they do it anyway.
Mm.
But the DLC is a fun time. I think it's so. I like played the original of the DLC, and like I told you before, I was like, I have no recollection of playing this. None.
Yeah.
Gone. Deleted. So I went back and watched some other people play it. And I was like, she really
Uh-huh.
didn't have a zip line. Insane. She is
It's
whipping around the
unthinkable.
rooftops so casually.
Yeah.
And I go back and watch gameplay, and she's just hoofing it everywhere,
So funny. Unbelievable.
booking it from place to place
No,
like a
it's so
peasant.
fun. It's a fun little way to make your way across the map.
It's a
She's
fun way to like
nice. Keep things
like make
fresh.
her different from the Leon one. Of like,
Yeah.
remember this section you struggled through? Go on. Not even a thought in Ada's head.
Hell yeah. I
Tens of
forget
feet
that
beneath her.
Wesker shows up twice in person.
Yeah, 'cause he's like, you're doing a bad job, and she's like, what?
And
Leave me
he
alone.
fucking refuses to do anything. Bad employer.
He's like, what am I paying you for? And you're like, I guess, Wesker. Why are you
Bros
paying anybody when you're like, I'm the smartest, the best, I'm
being
better than
cringe.
you? I showed up here just to flex the fact that I'm better than you. Bye.
Oh, you know what? I did end up using the SMG quite a bit with Ada, but easier to do so in her run, I feel.
She has less
I'm
weapons to
not,
use. I think it's easier to fall back on that.
yeah, it's shorter. You're not trying to carry as much. You have more space.
And it's like 5 hours or something like that. It's really short. I do think it's interesting that they cut. Like, there are more instances where you can fight the giants in Leon's run that they cut out, which I think is for the
Oh,
best
really?
because it's like it feels a little diluted when you're like, I fought this big guy. What do you mean? There's 2 more of them just hanging out,
Yeah, it's like,
chilling.
I gotta do this all over again, huh?
but they kind of brought
I feel
it.
like, yeah, it just takes long enough where it's like, I don't want to have to do that multiple times.
It feels like a big event, and it feels like a much smaller thing when it's like, oh, they're just like guys that show up from time to time.
Yeah.
Um, I
And you
do.
beat Sadler 1,
I
here's
kind of
Sadler
struggled
2
with
and
that fight
3.
with Ada
Oh, really?
because I was like, oh, I'll go to this rooftop. Then he's like, what if I destroyed it? I was like, what if you didn't?
What if I blew it
Back
up?
off.
Yeah, he did get me once on the rooftop. It's not, you just kind of fall. Nothing really happens if I remember, but it is very annoying.
By the
It's
end, I
like,
was like,
but
I'm
I
kind of running out
hit
of oof.
shift. Oh, yeah, there it is. I went to hit shift and it just, oh my God. Yeah, I did almost die. That's crazy. Yeah, Ada's DLC was fun. You get to go through, you get to do the combat, you get to do the zippy line. Ada's a fun character.
Tragically, if you want to see her again, they will have to remake 6.
Really? Is that the next time she shows up? Look, RE9, I believe.
She could be in it. She's been in every
They've
other
kept it under
Leon
wraps.
game. It'd be kind of
Yeah.
surprising.
She has to. They're going to reveal that they've been dating for 7 years. I don't know. Or they're
You're
just
like
going to be like, yeah, she died
midway.
off screen.
You're like midway through writing a fan fiction right now. That's what you've been really doing
Yeah.
while the
I need
podcast
to
is going.
write the in between the years.
Oh wait. Yeah, the time skip. What was going on?
Mm,
Relationship status check in on Leon and Ada.
very important.
Yeah, but I think unless you have more to say about the DLC or the main game, I think it's time for scores.
Score time, huh?
Score
Hmm.
time.
You know what? I'm gonna say I don't remember what I gave RE2. Probably a 7 or an 8. I liked RE4 more. I enjoyed it plenty as a game. So I'm gonna say it's a solid, 9 out of 10. Definitely keep it on the backlog. Like, don't take it off. Play it. Go fucking play it.
Play it right now. Stop the podcast.
Yeah. Why are you still listening?
Go
Leave.
play the game.
Yeah,
Get ready for RE9 Requiem. Prepare
yeah,
yourself.
get
Go play this
ready.
game.
It's rapidly approaching.
It's like a month and a half away.
Yeah. So yeah, how about you? Where are you standing?
I said it earlier. This version of Resident Evil 4, RE2 remake, and the remake of 1 are some of my favorite Resident Evil games. Some of my favorite games. Like if I made like a top 20 list, they probably take up maybe a couple spots in the top 10. Um, and I think I gave RE2 a 9 out of 10. I would I think we give RE4 remake a 10. I really like this game.
Yo.
Apparent by my 70 hours attempting to get all the achievements. That is still not completed yet. I'm still not done. But
Oof.
I'm going through it. I'm having a good time when it's not crashing. So, yeah, I'd give it a 10 out of 10, I think. I'm going to
Well,
stick with it.
dang. There you have it. High scores all around. Like, I can't be surprised, but
Would you have
there
been
you have it,
surprised if I
folks.
gave it a 9? If I gave it the same
I
score
would
as
have been like,
RE2?
oh, no. But now we know. RE4, better than RE2.
I don't even know if I believe
Shit
that.
game.
I do wonder if I'd played the original RE2, would that change my score of the remake? Because there is part of me that's like
Uh-huh.
going through these sections again that's like, oh my god, they've done all these changes, right? They've
Yeah.
changed the layout, they've added this, they've added that I really like.
Mm.
That's like not there for 2 because I haven't played the original. I don't have that context.
Yeah, I wonder. Good. Who knows?
And like realistically, it shouldn't affect my score, but it does add like a little bit of like awe. Like, oh my god, look what they've done.
That it, improved so much.
Yeah.
Strides
And
and
like
bounds.
kind of poking holes in spots of the original RE4 that I wasn't aware that I had like sore spots on.
Mm.
Because when you're playing it and there's like isolated from the original 2, Leon being like this Saturday morning cartoon character almost. And like you can argue it's deflection of like the horrors or whatever that happened to RE2, but I didn't see that because I didn't play the original. That like baton pass between RE2 remake and RE4 remake is really fun to see in action. And like
It's good,
the
yeah.
character adaptation they've done to like make that like a believable thing. So I do think that helps the score a lot.
Honestly, fair. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll go play the OG or R2, and then they'll both be 10s out of 10s.
Who can say? I own them.
So.
I own the original 2 and the original
Could
3.
make it happen.
I just haven't had time to be like, I'm going to load them up. It'll happen one day. Definitely not between now and me getting all the achievements in RE9, assuming that they're not obscene. It'll happen one day. That is the end of Resident Evil 4 Remake for us, but not the end of Resident Evil, because we will be playing Resident Evil 7 for the next episode. But there is a little bit of housekeeping before we end the episode. You might remember, whoa, a long time ago now, that we started
Really
playing the Tomb Raider series. And we played the first game and then like stopped talking about it. It is still happening. We will be playing Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but it's been pushed back a little bit. It will happen after we finish this little Resident Evil playthrough that we're going through.
Yeah, we're going on a little spree.
It will return after Resident Evil. On a more positive note, for those who are not waiting, I guess for those who have been waiting for Tomb Raider, we will be releasing episodes more frequently. We're hoping for at least once a month, maybe a shorter timetable. We'll see what happens. But we are committing to at least once a month, which would triple our output from last year. So we're excited to play more games from our backlog with you guys. But that is all from us for this week. We will see you next time for Resident Evil 7. Bye.
Bye.
Farewell. We'll see you in hell again.